Welcome to the podcast Voice of Justice Human Rights Violence in 2023. I am Samuel Costa.
And I am Catarina Gomes. Our guests today are António Carvalho, Daniela Serrão, Nando Magalhães and Lucas Branco.
António, can you tell us a little bit about this right?
The right to work is one controversial issue in our society because it's hard for so many people to find a good job that pays well.
In Portugal, can you take this right for granted?
The Portuguese themselves are also struggling to pay the rising bills and bank loans they have to pay. So, many are working a second job to cope with this, which might damage their mental and physical health.
Thank you, António, for your contribution. And now let's move on to Daniela.
Thanks for having me. I would like to talk about Article 19, that says that people everywhere can freely express themselves and actively engage in public.
And can people do that everywhere in the world?
There are all over the world countries that violate this right, for example, Hungary, Sudan, and Russia. In Sudan, dozens of human rights supporters were arrested and tortured by national intelligence and security forces. In Russia, independent media was shut down. Peaceful public demonstrations were violently suppressed. In Hungary, most media outlets remain directly or indirectly controlled by the government, which creates a hostile climate for independent journalists. This means that TV, radio, internet, and textbooks are controlled by the government.
Thank you, Daniela, for your contribution. And now let's move on to Fernando. What would you like to discuss, Fernando?
I would like to talk about the right of privacy. That is something that we don't have nowadays because of all of this technology. The internet is a big problem because all we do, it stays there. All we search, all our personal information, everything. And another problem is that the government, they are always watching us through the CCTV cameras, so we can't do anything without them knowing.
Thank you, Fernando, for your contribution. Let's move on to Lucas Branco.
I'm here today to talk about the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. This is a fundamental right to everyone, because everyone needs to travel and meet a lot of places.
In 2023, is this right respected everywhere?
Unfortunately not. In Portugal and many other first world countries, we do have the right to go anywhere we want, anywhere I want, whenever I want. But places such as Saudi Arabia, where women only can travel if in the company of a male family member or of a male person, and in North Korea, where only government officials can travel and regular people such as us need a permit to leave the country.
Thanks for your opinion.
Well, this is the end of our discussion. I would like to thank all the participants.
It was a pleasure to be the host for this podcast. Bye.
Bye.